Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I want to take a moment to be very thankful for all of you that visit my channel. I value your time greatly. So I'll try to make it as short as possible with the intro. You know, in these times of year, we got to think, what is wealth? What is wealth? You're all coming to this channel to learn something, hopefully enrich yourselves. Wealth, who's considered wealthy? Well, the person that's considered wealthy is the person that's happy with what they have, right? And that's what Thanksgiving's all about. It's about being happy with the things that you have, your family and your stuff and your life, and hopefully you connect to the one above. That's what makes things worth it. And this holiday year, I'm personally grateful. And for all the gratefulness, I want to share everything that I've learned and save people from making terrible trading mistakes. I have lots of things rolling out in the future, so let's get right to it. I'm Tamir. I'm here for you, bringing you quality content, mindsets, and disciplines to learn from my mistakes so you can make less of them. In this video, I'll provide you my stock of the month and remaining news for the week and a quick coverage of a few ticker symbols. But first, I want to apologize. Some of you were very excited to have the pre-market news coming out Sunday, and I didn't deliver. My editor just delivered to me the video I made on Sunday this morning, and I don't want to waste your time. Most of that information is dull and has passed already, so your time is valuable to me, and I don't want to. I want to provide relevant data that matters, and rather than getting likes and views. So let's turn lemons into lemonades. I'm currently not using the camera I planned. No B-rolls, no special fluff, no charts. I'm just going to give it to you straight, with the numbers and the fundamentals that I have and all of the lines I'm looking for in the stock of the month, which I'm going to break out for you, as well as some other gems I'm going to include with what's remaining for the week. Okay, so a lot of my fellow colleagues told me to get a Mac so that I can stream better, so that I can have better clarity. And I've been pushing back on it because I'm not a Mac guy, even though I use an iPhone. But it's important to understand this. The way we pick stocks, the way that I look through fundamentals and news, it's the way the battle going on with big tech dominance has to do with on a macro scale is the things that you read in the news, but on a micro scale, it's what we're using in the day to day. It's what's functional, it's what's practical, and it's what we just use because we have no choice, right? Like I don't want to switch from my iPhone because it's easy. So to me, Apple is still a very relevant company. I still use Windows, so Microsoft is a very relevant company. And I think it was Warren Buffett that made a reference to that once about fundamentally sound companies and practical use of products. So, if it was someone else, that person's right. But I look to fill in a lot of those gaps for you, and I help make you, smarter and more capable with constant mindset and discipline reminders to learn from my mistakes so you can make less of them. Stock Watch was originally intended to be a pre-recorded session every Sunday, but rather than rely on editors, now Josh has given me the green light in the Stocks with Josh community. We're going to be going live every Monday on YouTube. You'll see me from 2 to 3 p.m. Please join me. It'll be very, very exciting. I'm going to provide news for the week, some fundamentals. Maybe it'll be time for some discussion and some guests. I'll be looking to have some collaboration and discussion with the people joining. And hopefully it'll be a place that you can rely on, current news every week, events, and to prepare you for the market so you can make better decisions. For those of you that are not in the Discord, I urge you not to trade alone. It's always better to have a beautiful trading community. The Chart GOAT University and the Stocks with Josh Discord are link in the description, are an amazing community. I've hung my hat there. They're about to raise prices. For $100 a month, you could be a VIP member right now and have access to all the live trading sessions, trade alongside people, talk to them, talk to the charters and traders, learn much faster than you will on your own, be completely informed, and join the family in this wonderful pro trading community. And anything in life, starting something out new always has its ups and downs, like I'm experiencing with the YouTube channel and all of the technology failures. But in trading, the same thing happens. You got to learn and apply those lessons. So let's pick up where the video should have been left off that I didn't post. Midweek news to prepare you for the remaining Wednesday, which is a full day, and then a half a day of trading on Friday. There's no trading on Thursday for Gobble Gobble Turkey Day. On Wednesday at 10 a.m., we're going to have the durable goods order. That's going to be big on business investments. The info was delayed from the shutdown, so that's going to provide a lot of information as the market receives more information from the Fed and back data, it starts to become more comfortable with it. Part of the reason why we had the dip was because we had lack of data and the market doesn't like uncertainty. On Wednesday as well at 8:30 in the morning, we're going to have the initial jobless claims. Hopefully you'll get this video before that so you can prepare yourself to see what they're going to be. That is going to show us labor market health. And, if there's recent drops or raises, it'll signal stability or instability, right? We're going to have pre-market earnings on HP as well as after close earnings on Workday. And that's a cloud software for AI integration focus. And everybody knows HP, printers and such. I think I just bought one. No, I bought a Canon. Never mind. And we're closed on Thanksgiving, so no news then. On Friday, we're going to have personal income and spending at 8:30. That's the consumer spending, which we're going to see it provides a little gauge for inflation. And the markets close early at Friday at 1 o'clock, so there'll probably be light volume and potential volatility, so be careful. Okay, Wednesday features a tech-heavy slate, right? Testing AI infrastructure spending. Retailers like Best Buy could provide Black Friday trends amid resilient high-income consumer spending. The expert focus on forward guidance, strong holiday sales, and while weakness might exasperate valuation fears. If the SPY keeps holding up, this is my take on it. If the SPY keeps holding up and rising, right, I'm looking for a big tech bounce. I see NVIDIA, it's been weak lately, but I see it from a fundamental perspective. It has the best PE ratio and it's the strongest of the Mag 7 from an income perspective. And from an AI usage perspective and dominance, I see Google. Right now, you saw what Google did. They took, I think, all the money from NVIDIA, moved on to Google. From a buy the dip perspective, I see Meta, which I made in the video that was supposed to come out. I apologize. I talked about that, and now it's holding a key level, and I believe that if it continues to hold this, it could be on its way up. I mean, its high was above 750, and it took a very, very big dip from there. So Sunday I was very optimistic for a bounce, and we got it. It seems to be holding a key level of support, and let's hopefully it'll grow and get us back to new highs because we want to see big tech rise, so the SPY rises, and so we can all get back into the bull market. Google, NVIDIA, they're very big names. They hold up the SPY a lot, but there are a ton of other companies. It's the S&P 500, so they're not the only ones involved. You gotta Meta dropped because it didn't have the AI story anymore. And that's all the craze right now. So did Oracle. And with AI, the trend is your friend. Never forget that. Amazon's back on my radar big time as one of my top 3 names I'm invested in and focused on for the end of November and the start of December. With shopping season here and Black Friday, deals all over the place, Amazon is a top contender for me. We'll see what happens with big retailers like Walmart, Target, Costco. All of those are big names. Any name you can see yourself walking into the store and buying stuff you don't need or holiday stuff or gifts in the coming week or month. You can be having on the radar. November is usually one of the best months in the stock market. And although we're not down too much from where we were a month ago, the dip and fear in the marketplace was very high. I myself was on high alert. I recommend you have a 25% or more cash position because we're not out of the woods yet. It's never good to buy things on discount on margin. So don't use your credit card to shop because, if those things go down in value, you still got to pay back the full price. We're not out of the woods yet. Currently, we are not fully bullish, but we are not fully bearish either. In order for the bulls to take full control, we really need to see the SPY, climb and hold above the 685 level. Then I'll be very excited to promote more things on the upside and use more of my available cash for investments. And that brings me to my stock of the month. In the past, I had quoted Oracle. That was a stock of the month. In September, it did very well. In October, it was Amazon for me. And in November, it was SoFi, which performed in the beginning of the month, fell down a little bit. Now it's starting to recover. We'll see if it gets included in the S&P 500 and makes new highs. But the stock of the month this month for me is Tesla. I have a whole video on Tesla, Stressla Tesla. You can go look at it. It covers a lot of that stock. You know, here's what I'm looking for in Tesla. Here's my notes. And anyone that was in the Discord saw that I've played Tesla multiple times in the last 2 weeks. I always throw it out there. That's why it's important to be in these kind of communities where you could trade live and you could see in real time. We were in a bunch of live sessions with Miss Mary, a bunch of live sessions with Money Mike and Josh, and all of them had tremendous games from 40 to 100% on some option plays or some stock plays if you're interested in that. Trade alongside traders. Don't do it alone. For Tesla, I called out the 402 to 404 level to hold. That's a very key level that doesn't dip back to the 380 and further plummet. It held it. I love it. Now we were looking for it to hold above the 415 level. You know, it's got to inch up, take the next line back from the bears. Right now it's sitting around 419, 415 level, 416 needs to hold, right, for the week, and then we're a little bit more stable. But what I'm really looking for, that's not the run I'm looking for. I've made a few runs up, and then we let it go back down and we make it back up, but we're looking for it to escape this diamond pattern that it's trading in or something along those lines. We want it to break the 423 resistance and then ultimately the 428, 429 strong resistance, and we want to turn that into support. So that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. That is my key level to signal a bigger investment for me into Tesla. Right now, sitting at 419 with 1 day before Thanksgiving starts. It's a crucial area where it needs to hold and it needs to rise. If I see it bullish, I may get in on a momentum trade, but ultimately, that's what I'm looking for it to have run up from 402 and hold 428, 429 ending the week. I'm really looking, because the moving average is slowly increasing, I'm really looking for it to hold above 430. That, for me, is a very bullish potential number and super bullish signal for me, where it's going to signal to 440, which I see as another minor resistance next level. And I see a lot of Tesla bears exiting their positions if that happens, allowing for more strength for the bulls to come in. And then I'm looking for a move ultimately to the 456 range, which if it passes, then I'm looking to hit new highs. So many levels along the way. Follow the levels. You need to match it up over time with the moving averages. You know, I have a video on that. We have live trading sessions that discuss that. Very important to learn that. Miss Mary, Money Mike, all very good traders that can explain technicals. I really urge you guys to trade. I've gotten better doing it, and I traded on my own. I do much better trading with the community. You know, I love what Elon's doing. I'm a big fan of Elon, but I am not going to bet all of my money on Elon. I prefer to preserve my capital. So you want to look at the levels, but I'm bullish on it. For Elon Musk to get his first payday, he needs Tesla to hit $2 trillion. And if you look at my Tesla Stressla video, it'll show you all the levels that he needs to hit and what the technology is. $2 trillion puts Tesla at $627 a share. So you can see all the milestones in the video and all the tech that Tesla needs to come out with. But Tesla's had pretty good news lately, and they're on their way. I believe in this capability. I believe in the technology. The PE ratio is out of control. So from a fundamental perspective, Tesla's horrible. But the technology is rolling out. Things are changing. You see AI, being able to let you do anything in video and format. I'm going to use that for future videos as I learn how to use it. It's going to get very exciting and very fun. But I'll look to pick up more Tesla leaps and really believe in Tesla on a much higher scale when it passes the 500 mark. Okay, that's my big number. So to make it clear, 402, 415, 423, 428 to 430, really 430 now, 440 to 442, 456, then all-time highs. It breaks that, I'm looking at 500 and beyond, right? But again, I'm more a fan of capital preservation. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please like, subscribe, join. Don't shut the video yet. Share it with one person and join our wonderful trading community. If this is what you're looking to do and build your trading career, your investing career, I urge you, shoot me a direct message if you join. I'll be happy to guide you around and help you out. Happy Turkey Day, everyone. Stay thankful. And as always, trade responsibly.